I'm Amber Davis, and this is your 5-minute call. This is the space where musical theatre takes centre stage. From unforgettable backstage stories with incredible special guests to insights from my life and my theatre journey. We're leaving it all on the mic every single week, so let's jump in. Hello, welcome back to your 5-minute call with me, Amber Davis. Now, I have someone very special sitting next to me. I bet you a tenner I'll be crying.
Me too.
I'm already crying. This girl sitting next to me has been my biggest inspiration my whole life.
Don't cry. Because you can make me cry.
And I feel so honoured for you to be on here. It's my amazing sister, Jade Davis.
Hello, everyone. Tears already.
I didn't expect that at all.
I didn't expect you to do that.
Oh, God. I mean, if there's one guest I've wanted on this show, it's you.
I feel honoured to be here.
I mean, I think I've spoken about you in every single episode that I've done. But I wouldn't be where I am today without this woman sitting next to me, and this is all about you. I want to celebrate you and your incredible career so far. I mean, friggin' hell, you've worked. You have worked. So I'm gonna do this like any ordinary episode, and I'm gonna ask you, what is your pre-show ritual?
Okay, pre-show ritual with my current job. I'll start
Which
with
is
Wicked UK tour. Because I'm a swing,
Yeah.
I will spend a good hour before the show, going through everything.
Going through that specific track.
Definitely. I'm such a perfectionist, and it can be bad sometimes, but I've kind of toned it down a little bit, the older I've got. Yeah, I'll go through everything. I'll be ready by 7:10.
Will you?
Always.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'll always be dressed ready. No one will be there. It would just be me.
Side stage?
Side stage in my costume. And because there's a curtain down in Wicked, I use the stage to go through the opening, loathing, all of Act 1 basically, so that I can settle into it and go over. It's very number specific in Wicked. So I tend to just kind of go over the numbers and just, use the stage a bit. And as well, I am a little bit superstitious.
Yeah.
So I do little things. I've had to tone that down because it was something that I was really strongly doing a lot.
Okay.
And I was right, I need to calm this down because it was playing on my mind all the time. My friend Maddie in the show, she wears this costume and it's got all these buttons down it, and I just have to touch it 10 times. I know it's really weird, and she'll laugh when she hears this. And she's like, no, she comes up to me and she goes, you ready? She knows when I have to do it. It's funny little things like that, and it's just I think the first time I did it, I did a really good show, and I was like, right,
I have to do that every
time now. I know it's silly little things, but
you can't let that get into your head too much.
No, you can't. And I used to let it get into my head quite a lot, so I've had to tone it down a little bit. So it's just one little thing. And
then touch Maddie's buttons.
It sounds so weird. And then we huddle and we do a way kind of thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Team spirit.
But without a doubt, every time that map goes out, the curtain goes out, I am shitting myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's Wicked.
Every single time.
And Wicked is Jade's dream show.
Absolutely.
We will delve into that.
Yeah.
Because you do cover Elphaba as well.
I do.
She covers.
Crazy.
Listen, one thing about, I am Jade's number one fan. I literally walk around saying my sister is one of the most talented people in the world, because who can swing on Wicked and cover Elphaba? There's not many people like that in this industry. You're one in a million.
It's quite specific, but yeah, it's
very specific. And just whilst we're on it, how many tracks do you cover?
Only 5. Yeah, 5 tracks. 5 tracks I cover.
That's light for you.
Yeah, that's light.
Because Jade's covered.
Yeah, I think Les Mis was 9, 10.
Yeah, and that was your debut.
Yeah, that was my debut.
So nice.
Yeah,
You're chilling.
Yeah. And then obviously Elphaba, which is casual.
Yeah, just cash.
Just a little casual.
And you've actually been on loads, haven't you?
Yeah. I think I've done 67 shows now, which is quite. It's not that normal for a tour because everyone has the same holiday. There's no specific holiday dates, or it's basically down to illness or injury, basically. So yeah, I've done 67.
I think you've done more shows with Wicked than I have done as Viv.
Have you actually?
I was Viv 2.5 months.
Oh yeah, of course.
They were all celebrating their 100th show the other day, and I was thinking, I think I've only done 5.
Yeah, 67, which is good going. It's good going.
So let's go back to when did you know that this was for you? I mean, I feel like it's all we ever did.
Yeah, I mean, Mum always says I used to watch Disney movies and I would like be able to recite it back pretty quickly. I was obsessed with the music. I think it all stemmed from that. Dancing in the living room, like creating shows together. We used to do that all the time. Like, used to make them pay for tickets and stuff, didn't we? In the living room.
Do you know what? I've actually got some footage.
Oh, no,
which I'm going to show you. It's absolutely fantastic, honestly.
Please,
we used
honestly.
to charge Nana, Mum, Dad.
Yeah. And we usually get it ready whilst they were out.
This is us. £1.50 we used to charge.
But it's so cute because you're looking at me to like follow me, which is so cute.
Honestly, there used to be costume changes.
They did.
Didn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. We used to do the whole works, absolutely. And we used to do like good 20 numbers.
Oh,
like
20 numbers?
Yeah.
Least.
Yeah, literally. It was amazing. And then I think I started, Welsh singing, obviously. That's where it all began. Singing at school in the Eisteddfods, and Leia Owen obviously took me on and taught me, and she's just everything. Like, she was phenomenal. She gave me all the like confidence and stuff.
Foundation.
The foundations of everything. And then started dancing. Like, I got into dancing quite late. I think I was about 7.
Were you?
Yeah, I was about 7. I hadn't gone to dancing. It was more the singing side of stuff that I did before anything else. And then we went to Adele Meads, Miss Fiona.
Adele Meads School of
Shout out
Dance.
Miss Fiona.
Miss Fiona.
And Miss Reese.
I've got to say, I know she's my sister, but I don't think I've ever met someone who is like so strong in all three.
Oh,
Like, you are proper triple threat.
Thank you.
I could only wish.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I feel like my singing and acting is probably the strongest.
But you love singing.
Yeah, oh my God, I love it. I
Like,
love it so much.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we were just saying before, actually, we grew up in a small town in North Wales. We had no access to
No,
anything, really. We
No.
didn't even know that we could actually do this as a career.
no, we really didn't.
It was only until Mark Evans, who, if you Google him, he has been in everything. He's actually over in New York now, isn't he? Like, full time.
Yeah.
He went to Lane, didn't he?
He went to Lane, obviously went to Adele Meads first, then went to Lane. He definitely was my biggest inspiration because I didn't really have anyone I was like, I want to do this, but I don't know who to look for. I don't know. Like, he definitely like paved the way, like going to Lane, going to London. Like, that's how I learned about all that side of it.
Yeah.
Through him. And he's phenomenal.
And obviously our mum and dad, they didn't have a clue.
Nothing. No one in the family does it. No one else in the family does it.
And no one from our area, apart from Mark, had done it either. So the fact that they kind of was rooting for us.
Yeah, and they really did. They really, really did everything they could for us.
Yeah.
In every aspect, like going from dance class, like running me through in the car, eating my dinner in the car, like they'd have it ready, go into my singing lessons, like they committed. They were, and you know, driving us down to London and doing auditions and being with us. They really just let us do what we wanted to do, which was amazing.
And they also let both of us go to London at 16.
Yeah.
Now,
did.
Jay, I was a little bit more wise beyond my years. You, however.
Oh my God.
She was wrapped up in cotton wool.
I really was. I still, to this day, cannot believe I did that. I cannot believe at 16, the way I was at that time, I was so quiet and timid and scared of everything. I was scared of Denby town, like let alone London, like this massive city. And I just was so determined. I was like, I can't let this affect what I want to do in my life. So I have to just go. I have to just push myself. And like, don't get me wrong, the first year in London was the hardest I've ever done in my life. Like missing home, missing family. It was so, so hard, and it felt like the longest year of my life. Yeah. But it made me who I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you did a pre-voc.
I did.
At Bird College.
I did. And thank God I did, because, I auditioned for loads of colleges that year. It was my first time trying, and I didn't get in anywhere. I didn't get any place in any college apart from that foundation course at Bird. And I was still like, oh my God, I can't believe
That you're there.
that I'm going. And honestly, that foundation course absolutely changed my life. I became so much more confident. I was out of my shell. And then
You were ready for a
I
diploma
was ready.
then.
I wasn't ready at the time. Like, I wasn't ready to do a 3-year course. I would have spent so much time, like, bringing myself out. Do you know what I mean?
And in hindsight, you did 4 years of training,
did.
which is actually so beneficial anyway.
Oh my God, yeah, I 100%. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah.
I think it really helped me so much with like my craft, but also as a person.
Yeah.
It really helped me.
And then at 17, you went and did your diploma at Erdang.
I did. Yeah, I walked in there. I was like, this has to be where I go.
You
Like,
knew straight away, didn't you?
I knew straight away. I was like, I just loved the vibe of it. Just loved the building. I loved the teachers. I just got really good vibes there. And I was like, I have to go here. And then I did, 3-year diploma course because I was 17.
You were 17.
Crazy.
And funny enough, Jade had a house called the Greenaway House
did.
that she lived in for 3 years.
And it was literally round the corner, wasn't it?
Round the corner.
So lucky.
And Jade graduated in 2013 in the May, and I started in the September, and we leased the house for another 3 years.
And then you moved in.
And I moved in.
Did you move into my room? No, you got
No.
the big room, didn't you?
I went for the bigger
Of course you
room.
did. Shock.
So you weren't there for your graduation, were you?
No, I actually booked my first job before grad show.
Casually.
Which, I'd always said to myself, I'd love it if I just left a little bit early, and I wanted to get a job, and I did that, and I still can't believe that happened, and it was amazing to go watch our grad show whilst knowing that I had a job. It was amazing.
That's special, and that's very rare.
It is
so
incredibly
rare.
rare, and I know I was very, very, very lucky.
So you graduated at 19.
I did.
And went straight and did your debut in Les Mis
I did.
as first cover cassette.
Yeah, I did.
And Swing.
I was, yeah.
Which is, at 19 with no experience of the industry, that's
Yeah.
a big gig to go into.
Oh, absolutely. And I didn't have a clue what it was going to be like. I honestly was going in there like, oh, this is amazing, when actually I didn't know how big the role was. Like in college, I think we did about 2 or 3 lessons in how to be a swing. We didn't do much like swing training, and I think it's obviously massive now. It has to be massive now because it's such a hard job. So I really didn't have a clue like how hard it was going to be
To swing.
to swing. And as a swing, you find your feet on jobs. Like you kind of learn how you work. People work in different ways. Like I'm an observer, so I have to sit and watch as people are taught things, whereas some people like to be up and doing it or writing maps. I don't do any maps.
Do you not?
No, I don't work from maps. I can't
What
do
would
it.
your top tip for someone who is just about to do a swing or is interested in being a swing, what would be your top tip for a swing?
I would say take it track by track.
Yeah.
Like don't rush, like looking at everything all at once. I've been there. And you tend to just be like, whoa, like, I don't even know who to look at first. Like, really stick to a plan where you look at one track a day and just learn a couple of numbers. Like, don't learn the whole show straight away. And just really be prepared. There's a bit of admin to it.
Now it's time for a quick interval. Go and powder your noses, and we'll see you in 2. Also, there's a lot of anxiety as well around it because, like,
It's so much pressure.
you guys find out on the day, really.
Yeah.
So can you explain to our listeners about being a swing? If you're on that night, how would that work?
Yeah, so I'd find out about 4 p.m. through like text or phone call, and they'd say, Jade, you'll be on for this particular track tonight. So you have a few hours to prepare if you haven't done that track before, or like for me, no matter how many times I've done the track, I will always spend an hour before going in looking at it, just for my own brain and just to like, I don't know, sort everything out in my head and get it all organised. But yeah, it's a very, very, very hard job.
It is.
And you either do have it or you don't. Like, I think
You've got it.
Yeah, and I think I do have the brain for it. It's weird because like in my personal life,
She does not got
I
it.
don't really remember much at all. But in work, I just remember everything. It's really
Yeah.
weird. But yeah, I can't really
Honestly,
explain
shout
it.
out swings. I mean, look,
Shout out swings. They're amazing.
Jade is my sister, and she's been a swing since. Well, you've swung many a times,
Yeah.
so it's very much been a part of my life, and I kind of understand the crux of it.
Yeah.
But bow down to you guys.
100%.
It's a job I couldn't do. Like I put my hands up.
Yeah.
I struggle learning one track. Never mind 13.
Yeah. I just thrive off it. I really enjoy it. I love the thrill of not knowing who you're going to be that night. And I don't know, when you finish the show and you're bowing, you're like, I did that. Like, I did a whole different track. Like, yesterday I was there, but today I'm here. Do you know what I mean?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
It is. So. I honestly, we've got amazing swings on our show now. They're just insane.
Amazing.
I'm just going to read you some of the shows Jade's been in. They're just very small. You probably won't know them. So it's Les Mis, Phantom of the Opera, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Sister Act, Wizard of Oz, Elf the Musical, 101 Dalmatians, which she did at Regent's Park, which was unbelievable. I freaking loved it. And now you're in Wicked. Now you've swung, you've been a lead, you've done ensemble, you've covered.
Yeah, I've done a mix.
You've done everything.
I've done a big mix of a lot of roles within shows, and I've all of them are totally different.
Yeah.
All of them have such different, like when I think about them, I have such different memories with every single show.
Yeah.
Like some jobs, the people make it, and then like, for example, Wicked, like that's it's the show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't believe I'm
Fuck
doing
the people.
No, I love the people, but the show itself is like
it's a dream.
It was my ultimate dream. We went to see it in London. I think Mum and Dad surprised us.
We went to see Rachel Tucker.
And I think we had Kerry Ellis.
Oh, it was Kerry Ellis.
Kerry Ellis, and Mark was obviously Fiyero. And I just remember seeing Defying Gravity and finishing, and it was obviously ends Act 1 if you haven't seen it. And I just remember thinking, I want to be in that show. I have to be in that show.
It was crazy because Jade went to New York years and years ago. Do you remember?
Oh my God, yeah.
And someone took a picture of her in Times Square, and there was like the Les Mis poster, the Phantom poster, and the Wicked poster, all.
And I didn't know that they were there, but I remember thinking, when I look back at the photo, I was like, oh my God, all my dream shows are in this photo. That's so weird.
Yeah.
And I'd love to like tick them all off. And I still cannot believe I've done that. Cannot believe it.
Yeah.
I've ticked them off.
And she's the most humble queen ever. She's like, yeah, you do it because you love it.
I do.
You'd do it for free if you could.
When I got Les Mis, I remember saying, I'm happy to just sweep the floor at the back. Like, I'm honestly happy to just come in every night and sweep the floor at the back, like, for one scene. I really was.
Be a chaperone for the kids.
Yeah,
I
actually am. Like, honestly, I'm happy to just do it like that. That's it. So, yeah, I feel so grateful that I've had this career. Like, I really... And I've been doing it for 10 years this year.
10 years.
10 years.
She doesn't look a day over 16. I was just looking at her in the camera before and I was thinking, God, you've got amazing genes.
We have the same genes. We have the same genes. Oh my God, for God's sake.
But honestly, if you like watch this visually, I do think we look so similar.
Oh my God, yeah. Sometimes on stage, when I watch you on stage, like I think it was when you were Lorraine Baines and the wig.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that looks like me.
Yeah.
We do look like each other.
Or the best one is like, say we'll call a family member. And it's like, do you remember back in the day?
Yeah.
Is it Amber or is it Jade?
Yeah,
like our voices
we do
similar.
sound so similar. And we finish, it's almost like twin, like it's
telepathy.
A twin. Yeah, we really know what we're thinking and we always finish each other's sentences.
And we say things at the same time and we just think, weird.
Crazy.
But there's 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years difference.
Jade's 4 years older.
Yeah.
I'm the cool younger sister.
Me. Beg to differ.
Do you think we could work together in a show?
Yeah, I do.
Do you, honestly?
I really do. I think it would be hard. And I think there'd be times where we would clash, but I do think it would just be the most phenomenal experience working with you. I think
we'd find a way.
I think we'd find a way, 100%. Even if we needed time out from each other, I think we're good at doing that. I think we know when the other person needs some time out or, not overbearing each other. I think we'd be great.
Yeah.
I think we'd do
Also,
it.
now that we're a little bit older, because we did go through a phase like every single sister
Oh my God,
go
yeah.
through, you know,
Just a fight.
we used to fight like cat and dog.
We did.
Actually, one time, Mum dropped us off on the side of the road.
She
Do you
did.
remember?
She
She
did.
was like, get out this
We'd
car.
had such a big argument that she was like, I'm sick of you both, get out.
Get out.
So we were just left on the side of the road.
We were.
I mean, obviously she didn't neglect us, but...
She didn't neglect us. I was probably like 14. You were
Yeah.
like 17, come back from London.
Yeah.
But as we got older, we've just
Become stronger.
we've appreciate our sisterhood so much.
100%. Well, we only had each other at some points in London, and I always felt comfort knowing that you were there.
Mm-hmm.
I always knew that you were like round the corner. I could call you, and we could like meet up or
Yeah.
do things together. And it's amazing that like we can watch each other flourish in this industry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And that's another thing as well. Like, you'd think because we're in the same industry, we look the same, that we'd be rivals.
No,
But
couldn't
we are
be any less.
completely different performers.
Yeah, completely different. And I think
Firstly, we've never been up for the same thing.
no, we never have. And even if we were, I know for a fact that no matter who was to get it, we'd be so proud of each other.
Yeah.
Like, all I want is for you to have the career that you're having, like currently, and I want you
I'm
to.
the same.
Yeah, exactly.
We've always been each other's number one fans.
100%.
And I think
Always in life.
yeah, I think that's so important. And as well, like, it's so amazing because obviously we celebrate our wins, but we get to celebrate each other's wins as well. It's
Exactly.
like double the...
I can honestly, every time I watch you on stage, like when I came to watch you as Vivian the other day in Edinburgh, I popped up to Edinburgh to watch her, and I just lose all self-control and I can't stop crying. Like, I'm just like, I cannot believe that's my baby sister. Like, you're just, yeah, it's just the most amazing,
It's the most
sister
amazing feeling.
Yeah.
And it is so funny because she knocked on my dressing room door. You were bawling.
I was bawling my eyes out. I can't help it.
I know,
Can't
I'm
help
the
it.
same though. Even if you put up a nice selfie on Instagram, I'm crying.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you some Cristiano Ronaldos
Okay.
that we've had from the public.
Okay.
Obviously, you've done your cover run as Elphaba.
I have.
How was that, firstly? And, like, is there a part of the show that literally fills you with anxiety?
Yeah, honestly, it was the most out of body experience I've ever had in my whole life. I think, I don't know, because it's a dream role, you put so much pressure on that dream role. My God, it's hard. Anyone who's ever done it, played it, covered it, alternated it, like, I bow down to you. It's one of the hardest roles I think ever, even just doing it from that one experience. And I remember when the back doors opened and I ran down, I couldn't pick my feet up to run down. Like, I physically couldn't pick my feet up. I just couldn't process what was happening. But obviously as it went on, and as well, because I'm second cover, I didn't get much rehearsals. Like, I didn't get much. I had to put a lot of work in myself, which I did, which I loved. So yeah, it was just a massively out of body experience, and I settled into it as the show went on. But
Isn't it crazy, though, you only get to do, like, your first show once?
yeah, oh my God, absolutely. And it was so amazing because obviously Mum and Nana were there, my best friend Kirsty was there, and it was amazing
get
that they
there.
got to see it. I know,
I was
but
gutted,
it's
but
fine.
I did get some footage.
But, you know, I believe, and I truly believe I will go on.
Oh,
you know,
you
obviously
will.
we never know, and that's the job I've taken, and I have to understand that.
Yeah.
But I do believe I will go on.
And best believe I'll be dropping everything,
Oh.
whether I'm in Ireland or... Because obviously we're both on tour at the minute.
Yeah.
So we're,
And
like, on
obviously
separate parts.
And we are literally opposite ends of the country
I
all the
know.
time. It's so annoying.
But I will be dropping everything to come.
Well, thank
So
you.
out of your career so far, what would you say has been a highlight?
Highlight of my career, oh God, all the jobs I've done have been so different. I've worked in venues that I was so desperate to work in, like Regent's Park. I was
Yeah.
so desperate to work there, even though it was the hottest summer ever.
It was.
Honestly,
To
it was
date.
so hot. Yeah, it really was, and it was really hard at times. We had to have like heat stops and everything to like cool down.
Oh my God, I remember.
Yeah, but I think the highlight was Les Mis. It'll always be Les Mis. It'll always have a special place in my heart because it was my first job. I was 19, 20.
There for 2 years.
There for 2 years, covered Cosette. I got to go on like over 100 times. I don't know, it just... And I remember the year before getting it, I'd paid £15 or something to go and stand in the back of the stalls to watch it. And the year after, I booked it. And I just remember it was just the biggest whirlwind. And
Ever.
I still can't believe I've done that job. And I used to watch the 25th anniversary all the time. Katie Hall was Cosette. And I used to just, oh my God, I was just like, I have to do it. And it's definitely one of the biggest highlights of my career.
Jade used to get 2 comp tickets. So she got 2 comp tickets in her first year and 2 comp tickets. And I was like, look, Jade, can I have them? And the 2 years I took a different boy on a date.
You did. You used to bring different guys all the time.
I'd be like, yeah, that's my sister. Bearing in mind I was like 16, you know.
You used to come out with us all.
I did.
It was so fun.
Do you know what? I was saying, I obviously used to come to Erdang Youth Academy
you did.
at 13. Jade used to pick me up at Euston Station. Bearing in mind I was 13, I was there drinking in London.
I was like, yeah, go on.
She was like, come out with
Naughty.
me.
But it was just so, it was amazing that you got to come along for the experience.
Well, you gave me all of that, you know. Jade had no one to kind of follow in their footsteps. You paved it all for me.
Yeah, I do think that, but I think I was your biggest inspiration, but I think you have absolutely paved your own way. I think you've done a phenomenal job at paving
Thank you.
your own career and how you've done it.
But listen, every audition room I walk into, you're mentioned, because you leave such an amazing aura in every room you walk into. She's one of the most hardworking people ever, and she's left such a good name for the Davis sisters. So I have to keep up with it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and even like when I went to Erdang,
people call you Jade.
People called me Jade for 3 years. You know? Like, but then I was always called Jade, really, or Jade's sister. I was never actually called Amber. But, you know, I always think, did I get, because we both got Dardas to go there, did I only get a Darda there because you went there and graduated? But who cares?
Yes, we did it.
We did it. We've helped each other.
Yeah, and also that's just not it. You got it off your own back, 100%. You did. That's nothing to do with me. Your talent has nothing to do with me. You are so talented on your own.
But I do
accord.
think like the name helps, you know. It will always help each other. Hopefully one day we will be in. Well, me and Jade actually listened to The Notebook yesterday in the car. We were sobbing.
I was literally sobbing. I had to look away at one point because I was like, I'm actually ugly crying right now. Hyperventilating. It's so beautiful.
I would love for us to be Ali's.
Oh my God, yeah, that would be amazing.
Elsa and Anna.
Yeah, definitely, like sisters or Sideshow.
Well, we've done something.
We've done a
Sideshow
small
before.
thing of Sideshow, which was amazing. But I think we'll do it. I think we will work together. Definitely.
This is just the beginning for us, Davis sisters.
I think so as well. I love it.
And I can't wait.
Me too.
And we get to experience that together. You know, we're so lucky.
I know we're so beyond lucky.
Yeah.
To have like 2 girls from a very small town in North Wales, like do what we've done, I think is you know, I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing.
And lastly, I just want to ask, for anyone who lives in a small town or doesn't have the access to come to London once a month, or what would be your advice to like stay motivated, or dreams are achievable? What would be your phrase or word of advice?
I think don't be afraid to dream big.
Yeah.
Like, don't be afraid to dream big. I dreamed so big. I was like, and don't let anyone tell you any differently. Like, don't let anyone put you down or like knock your confidence or tell you that you can't do it. You just have to truly put your blinkers on and just go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Tunnel vision.
Take advantage of like any singing lessons, dance lessons, everything, summer schools. You know, I did all that.
You did it all.
Yeah, I did do it all. And just keep learning. I'm still learning and I'm 31. I'm still growing as a performer.
You never stop learning, do you?
No, you never stop learning. Yeah, so definitely just go for it. Don't be scared.
Go for it. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This has been probably the easiest session I've ever
Feet up, love it.
Feet up. I didn't have to do
Chills.
any research at all.
Yeah.
You've just been a dream.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on. And I love you so friggin' much.
I love you more. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.